Hi, Sagittarius. This is going to be your reading. Sagittarius, I feel like it's necessary for you guys to go outside and be more present in nature. Big message. We have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. We have deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Sagittarius, I feel like you guys are trying to practice the law of attraction, but I also feel like there's a necessity to enjoy the moment as it is, to be present in the moment no matter what's going on, to focus your attention on the moment instead of focusing on maybe what you're trying to control or what it is that you're trying to work through. I do feel like you could be dealing with a person, particularly a relationship, where, yes, this person is your soulmate, but there is somebody who's wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So I really feel like I almost said desperately, but there is a need for you to get to know each other on a very personal level. Like, you need to peel the layers back. I'm seeing like an onion. It's almost like this person's like an onion. They have many, many layers. And this person has a hard time letting go of those masks that they hold up. Or this could be you. This could be either, again, vice versa. It could be you or the person that you're dealing with. But there is a need for trust in this situation, because by enjoying the moment fully, you're able to get beyond that. But see, there's somebody who's wearing a false mask in the relationship, so somebody could be dealing with somebody else and they're not communicating. Sorry, I'll repeat that again since I was shuffling, but somebody could be dealing with somebody else, but they're not communicating it, like they're not being honest about it, or they're not being truthful with all the details. I feel like there's a importance of getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond will deepen. Sagittarius, I feel like you're at a crossroads. You could have offered somebody or reached out to somebody, or you're thinking about reaching out to somebody. You could have made a small gesture of love. You could have planned a date. You could have even written an apology to somebody. I feel like there was something that was very slow when it comes to it. I feel like you could have begun a new creative pursuit as well. So I feel like you might have decided to move forward from a situation that no longer serves you, or you feel like you can't open up emotionally to somebody, so you're contemplating moving forward. But see, the thing with the Six of Swords here, it's the both of you moving forward, so I feel like you both are making a decision to really reveal those inner parts to each other, but there is a lack of trust here. Could be dealing with somebody who has Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So there is wow, so somebody's not facing something. Like, they're not paying attention to something, or they're not facing something. You have the Two of Swords and the Queen of Wands in reverse, both in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse, Six of Swords in reverse, Two of Swords in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse. So there's a reluctancy to make a decision. But I feel like you know what decision you have to make. You could be picking between two different people. You could be picking between two different jobs. It's an intellectual decision that you're going to have to make. Maybe by the new moon cycle. I feel like you're moving away from something. There's somebody's extremely emotionally closed off. even though they know that there's love here, they're still extremely closed off. And I feel like it is whoever's wearing the false mask in the relationship. So there's a situation where somebody could be coming back from the past. There could be a reconciliation where the two of you kind of finally come face to face with each other. There is going to be some type of swift communication that's coming up, a possible fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Queen of Wands here. She has her back turned. This tells me that this queen she's choosing not to actively participate in anything. Like, she's not paying attention to it. She's paying attention to something else. And there's something that's coming directly behind her that's going to be like quick, fast communication about the past. And there's a decision that needs to be made about moving forward, and it has to do with emotion, or an offering of emotion, or to begin to start something new with emotion. We have the Magician in reverse as well. So somebody feels like they manifested an opportunity where they're not getting any type of emotional return. But see, I also see a situation where you might be trying to manifest something creative. You have all the tools that are necessary to do so. We have the Five of Pentacles. So there's like a fear of leaving someone out in the cold, because this decision has got you really stuck. It's got you feeling trapped. It's got you feeling like in toxic energy. It has you feeling left out in the cold. Or you're afraid of leaving somebody out in the cold. But see, the thing on this card is that the person in this card isn't left out in the cold. Like, they're inside, they're warm, but there's a fear here. So you could have chose to move forward with somebody else and you left somebody in the past, but this person's like trying to come back, but they're coming back very aggressively. And it seems like you've made a decision to shut it off. You're like, I'm not dealing with this type of communication, because somebody's coming at you and they're trying to reconcile, and they're trying to like almost like talk to you or communicate with you, but the way that this person communicates is very harsh. So you're just like all around turning your back, and you're leaving this person like, you're just like, no, I'm not dealing with this. Like, if you don't know how to talk to me, then go somewhere else. Because when this person communicates with you, it creates a toxicity. And there's like something about the toxicity with the emotions and with the need to make a decision. Like, you have to make a decision to cut something out that's very toxic. And it seems like you're trying to turn your back on a situation, but it's like it's coming up right behind you. It's like you can't just ignore a problem and expect it to go away. Like, you have to actually like handle it. And that's what I feel like your thought process is right now. Is like, okay, I can't ignore this. It's going to have to be dealt with. You're not offering any type of empathy, sympathy, nothing. You're just like, listen, I can't handle this anymore. I don't know what kind of communication this is. But if you think you can show up coming from the past like this, like, you're wrong. I'm manifesting something else. I've moved forward with something else, with someone else. It's something like that. It's like you've moved forward with someone else and this person's like not having it. They're like, I don't want to be left out in the cold, even though they're not left out in the cold. And it's like somebody's trying to manifest something. Somebody's trying to manifest a reconciliation, but the communication's not there. It's not effective. Because, like, you don't go at the Queen of Wands with, like, with intense communication. Like, it just doesn't work that way. We have the Ten of Cups. So the Queen of Wands turned and she sought out her Ten of Cups. Like, this person, like, whoever the Queen of Wands energy is, they've move forward because they're like, I'm going after my Ten of Cups. Like, I'm not dealing with this. Then you have the Knight of Wands. So somebody went through a deep transformation in order to get this. They went through a transformation. They passionately walked towards their happy. Like, they left something in a blaze to move towards their happiness, which left someone feeling it left out in the cold. You could have moved forward with somebody else, and somebody from the past they were trying to still kind of stay in the picture, and the person from the past feels left out because they thought that they could have the Ten of Cups. But see, you guys are focused on the Ten of Cups. You're looking right at it. And then we have the Fool card here. So there could be some type of a reconciliation that comes back around from someone from your past. But it looks like you already have your eye on the prize. Like, you've already manifested to get away from a very toxic situation. Like, you have moved away from that energy, and you're pursuing that Ten of Cups energy. And it was because you had to make a decision to do so, and you restricted that emotion because the communication was harsh, the communication was off, it was very blunt. Could have been dealing with an air sign, but it was somebody who was trying to reconcile, and you were focused on manifesting something else, which made this person feel like they were completely left out. And then we have the Seven of Cups here. So this tells me that there's like happy options. There's happy options here. It's like you have so much in front of you that you don't know which way to turn. That decision the decision is connected to this. There's a decision that you're going to have to make. There could be somebody who's pretending to be a different person when they come back around. Like, they're trying to tell you that they've changed and different stuff and that they want to work it out. But, like, they're not being honest. There's something, like, not sincere about it. Because you moving forward caused this person to have a great deal of anxiety. And I feel like somebody tried to keep you stuck from making a decision. And when you finally made that decision, like, you just went after your happiness. Yeah, you could have started something new with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's like you offered something stable, you moved to something stable, you moved towards an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You were following, you were using intuition here. You, High Priestess energy, could be dealing with Pisces. They could have a Pisces placement, Cancer placement. Yeah, it's like you both have the tools that you need. There's something about balance here. You moved towards something that was very balanced, that was very stable, that gave you passion. We have the Ace of Wands here that wanted to show up. So this is something that ignited passion within you. And I feel like this person who feels left out in the cold is just not happy about it. And I've gotten this before. Like, in this has come up before in a reading for you guys, I think. But yeah, you moved forward and you moved towards the Ace of Pentacles here. You moved away from the drama, and you moved and you offered your cup elsewhere. I'm hearing home is where the heart is. So you moved towards wherever felt like home to you. That could have involved a lot of travel. You laid down a heavy burden. Like, it's like you saw the ending to it, and you're like, as soon as I get to this place, I'm going to put this burden down. Yeah, because there's somebody who feels defeated in a situation. Somebody feels very defeated. They feel like you won over them, but unfairly. I'm not quite sure what that means. They feel like you won unfairly. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, it looks like you started something new. You invested in something new. It's like you made a getaway. Like, you snuck away from a situation that was no longer serving you, that you were tied down to. This tying was illusionary. Like, you could have left at any point in time, but I also feel like karma was tied into this. You could have karmically been wrapped in a situation. But it's like you invested elsewhere. You invested a pentacle that grew into the Ace of Pentacles, and you move forward. You move to your happy. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody who's nurturing, who's stable, who is secure, who is very loving, affectionate, like the mother of the tarot. You know what I'm saying? Other than the Empress. Like, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who knows how to nurture and who knows how to grow and how to make people feel secure and safe. The Queen of Cups also knows how to nurture, but the Queen of Pentacles knows how to nurture in a very stable way. Yeah, because somebody was feeling sad, and then it's like somebody opened up communication. There's something coming forward. There's something about equal give and take that's going to be spoken about. There's reciprocity. There's going to be travel. Like, you could have traveled to be with this person, but it's like this person has your pentacle, and it's like you traveled, you moved to be with them, you traveled to be with them, or somebody. It's like somebody communicated this at a very quick rate. It's like boom, 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 boom. Like, it went very quickly. And that could be why this other person feels left out in the cold. Like, you could have been in a living situation with somebody else, and then all of a sudden it's like you up and decided to just, like, leave. And I know that's, like, extremely sad for the other person who is in that scenario, but I feel like it wasn't as one-sided. Like, I just feel like there was another... Tell me about this energy with the Five of Pence. Yeah, this person was, this person with the Five of Pence could have been a fire sign, also a fellow fire sign that you were dealing with. This person had a lot of healing that they needed to go through, and I'm just seeing, like, a crab claw, like, latching onto something. It was like it latched, like there was the latching of something. And unfortunately, when you're on a healing path and, you know, something doesn't fit your shell anymore, you know, like a hermit crab will change its shell because it outgrows it. It's kind of like something like that, where this you were pursuing a path of healing and this person wasn't, so it wasn't comfortable. So yeah, you had to take some time out and think about it. And I feel like it wasn't as, there's like an illusion here. It's like somebody's hysterical, but like they knew it was coming. And I also feel like whoever was in this situation was also manipulating to stay together. But like with the Magician and the Devil card side by side here, it's like this person desperately did not want the other person to leave or didn't want them to pursue their own happiness. So they tried to manipulate the situation to get them to stay. I'm also picking up on that. But see, you can't do that. Like, you can't take away someone's free will, because clearly you've made a decision to move forward regardless. And yeah, you could have felt this, because they could have caused, like, I don't know, like, just bear with me, but there's somebody was so upset that you decided to do what you did, like, and pursue your own happiness, and it could have involved leaving another person. That other person was so upset by that they could have, like, manifested, like, issues and, like, complications for you to deal with. Meaning, like, they could have manifested, like, you know, like, bad luck in a way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hope you guys know what I mean, where it's like, you know, just things start, you know, going haywire, and then it's like, oh, money's missing. This person kind of, I feel like you're dealing with somebody who knows how to manipulate energy, but they do it from a place of pain, and they do it from a place of hurt. So everything that is affected is, like, going to affect you, but in a very annoying type of way, where it's like, oh, now you're stuck because financially, like, your finances are stuck. Like, it's somehow correlated to what this other person is, like, manipulating with energy, because they're hurt. They're coming from a place of hurt, and they're trying to, like, manifest this so that you stay stuck. But you can't stay stuck because you're already in the water. You've already chose to move. You've already chose to go forward. Chances are you're already where you want to be. See what I'm saying? This feels like past energy. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, you made a decision. Like you made a decision to move forward. You knew exactly where it was that you wanted to go. Like you had the world in your hand and you were just like, all right, I gotta go. Because again, with the law of attraction, like what I feel like somebody was working the law of attraction and they figured something out, and in the process of doing that they met somebody who they fell in love with who was a soulmate. And it could have been from a distance, and then all of a sudden it was like boom, boom, boom. This person left something that was very toxic in the first place, and they were being manipulated energetically. They could have had a string of bad luck because of that manipulation, but it's like that can't hold them back. You see what I'm saying? Because the power of God and love and light, like, is too powerful. Like anything that's manifested from a place of pain and hurt, it's not nearly as strong as a place of pure passion and pure love. There's no emotion given whatsoever. And it's driving somebody crazy. Whoever this past person is driving them crazy. But you're moving forward. Like I think you've already moved forward. Like you're not in this situation anymore. Yeah, you're building a new contract because the balance has been restored. Yeah, it's the balance has been restored. So you've renewed a contract and you've healed from the past. You're a little bit defensive because of what you've been through, but you've done some soul searching. You've done what you needed to do in order to fix those things. And now you're working on a contract with somebody else. That's it's equal reciprocity. It's balanced. There could be some juggling going on. You could be juggling work and all and love and all, life and all that other stuff, but it's working. Like you're functioning. You're doing it well. You have the Ace of Pentacles here with the Ace of Wands here. This is something that is extremely stable and passionate, and it's balanced, and you're already committed to it. There's two people here on the card that are working together. So it's already present. It's already in the present moment. If not, it's about to be. But I really feel like it already is. But I don't know why this past person wants to keep showing back up. Maybe you have a tie to them. Maybe they're just unresolved karma. There's some type of tie to this person from the past. Could be a child, it could be a family, it could be whatever the case may be. But this person from the past is having a tendency to interfere energetically by minor inconveniences. And that's a message for somebody. Self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And then we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So somebody's really working through like self-confidence and having self-esteem about themselves because they could have been processing a lot of regret, a lot of remorse that they have about the past. So they've been through a lot in the past. They could feel guilty about what happened in the past, not being able to manifest something with somebody else. If they have a family with somebody else, it could be the fact that the family unit fell apart and they feel responsible for it. Somebody's going through a lot of that regret and self-esteem issues. There's a need to be honest with oneself. There's a need to be honest with oneself. And then we have freedom. So I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So somebody's in the process of getting out of a very negative karmic cycle that I feel like they've had to pay their dues. It's like a very negative, like, karmic cycle that this person's been put in for a prolonged period of time that they moved out of. And they're still kind of dealing with like the after effects of it, but like the freedom's here, it's on the horizon. They just need to get through these little challenges of learning to have that self-worth again, that self-esteem, to feel good about themselves, and to work through that regret and to forgive themselves for not being able to work out a situation. Because again, just remember, it takes two. Okay, so if one's willing to compromise and make peace, but the other one is not, there's not much you can do about that. Because it takes two people with a mature mindset to work through something and to have peace. But if somebody is choosing to be immature and act from a place of immaturity and pain and fear and all that other stuff, it's only going to further put them in a Five of Pentacles type of energy where they feel like they're totally left out in the cold. Because all this person has to do is not be so like I feel like the person that your person could be dealing with, like say for example somebody had a family or a child with somebody else, like the father or the mother of that child that is connected to the person that you're dealing with, they are like hysterical. Like they're trying everything that they can to keep this person in their life because they're acting from a place of fear and pain and feeling left out and feeling hurt, and they're trying like all of that is manifesting, and they're like generating like it's like conflict. Like they're generating conflict. But see, this person is doing whatever they can to keep this person in their life because they know that there's freedom on the horizon for this other person. And I know that's like really shitty to say, and I hate to put it that way, but that's what they're giving me. Is they're like showing me somebody whose contract, it's like I see somebody's contract being pulled and then torn, and then the person who the contract was with is like, what do you mean it's over? It can't be over, blah blah blah, like I need this person. But it's like they don't need this person for pure reasons. Like they need this person for money, they need this person for some type of stability. And but like this, the thing is that the person's already stable, and they have the ability to manifest whatever, like God is working in their life too, and the universe is working in their life too, just as much as anybody else's. So it's like they're safe, they're secure, they have money and the ability to manifest whatever it is that they want in their life, but they're manifesting from a place of selfishness because it's like they rely on the person that you're dealing with for financial reasons or for stability and comfort. Like there's something there. So I really, really hope that that makes sense to someone. But it's like this person, they're responding from a place of being just brokenhearted, and I don't think they're brokenhearted over the other person. I think they're brokenhearted because their comfort, their life got disrupted. And that's why I feel like they're responding the way that they did, because they were comfortable with where they were. And they're being forced into a situation that maybe they didn't see coming, because on the other end here, Sagittarius, I see like you guys just like up and just, I mean, like cut communication. Like you guys were just like, I'm out. Like I can't do this anymore. I have to find my happy. Yeah. That's what I got for you guys. I don't think there's anything. Oh, we have change here that wants to show up. So I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So change is inevitable, unfortunately. So I'm sorry if this reading, I don't want to offend anybody with this reading or hurt anybody's feelings, but it's, I can only read what they give me, and this is what they give me. So, or this is what they gave me. So I'm sorry if you guys are the other person in this situation. I don't mean to like rag on you guys at all, but it just from the cards here, that's what I see. That's what I feel. Not saying, again, not every situation is going to be this. This is a general reading. It's not going to fit everybody, Um, I'm not saying that people are holding on to anybody. I'm not accusing anybody of doing that. I'm just reading the cards how I see it. And it looks like a Sagittarius is dealing with somebody from the past who they were tied to. And the person that they were dealing with from the past relied on them for financial reasons. And this person is afraid to lose that. They're afraid of that change. And they are, there's some manipulation of energy going on here. So I'm sorry if that's your situation. I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm neutral in this. I'm just the card reader, and I'm going to tell it like I see it and how my intuition sees it and how I feel it coming off the cards, and that's what I feel, guys. So I'm sorry. But as for those of you who are on the other side of the coin here, I wish you the best and take care. But those are your messages. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. I appreciate all of the likes, shares, and subscribes. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.